you might need to click onto your thing. Hello, everybody. It's Laura Ward doing some role play on the floor with, I got a person in my Zoom room. If you ever want to join, please reach out to me and you can come into the room too. So let's start. And I know that my Terry has to leave early. So let's actually start with movement right away. And I am going to be sitting on my butt. My hands are behind me, so I'm like this. You can be on a softer surface if you need one, or whatever works for you. And I'm just going to slowly let my knees fall from side to side. And what I'm doing here is massaging through my butt, and I'm kind of in a rounded position in my spine. So I'm curling so that I can get into this big muscle fascia extravaganza, also known as the buttocks. Yeah, and just letting it massage out as I roll from side to side. So spiraling with the lower body, starting with a spiral. And I think let's add a breath to this. Let's just do it with theta breath. So the theta is that soft hissing sound, soft, either an S or a TH, and your tongue is just behind your teeth, and just side to side with a gentle hiss. Taking resting breaths whenever you need them. And listening into the movement that your body wants from here. So you may decide, oh, I need to stay on one side longer. And maybe I want to get into my spine a little bit. Listening into what feels good and what feels interesting in this slightly different position. We don't normally start with this type of thing, but letting the spiral move through your body. As Liz Koch would say, decolonize your spine. And I would say decolumnize your spine. So decolumnize it. Think of it not as a still, rigid column, but as a fluid flowing river. And thinking of the whirlpools and the eddies of that river moving through your whole body. So not that something's limited to just being within your spine, but like the movement, the vibration, and even the fluidity is all throughout. You can take it down, really surrendering into the floor if that feels good. Feeling the whole spiral, head, tail. Feeling the relationship of these limbs, the arms and the legs coming out of your body. Or not, maybe something else is happening. This is all an invitation. This is basically an invitation to get you and me on the floor moving. And if it becomes, if you're ready to, or whenever you're ready to, you can take that all the way down to the floor. And I'm just going to go with rolling from side to side. But you could do something different. If you want to keep spiraling, or if you want to stay in what you're doing, by all means, listen to your body. It is very intelligent, letting yourself tune into the intelligence of your own body. And this roll could be taking place with your legs on the floor, with your legs off the floor. Imagining just spreading yourself across, spread like butter, melt like butter, spreading from side to side. And tuning into what you're feeling in your body as you spread. It could be different every time, however you move. If you feel like you're struggling with the floor, or you're struggling with like bones into the floor, then by all means do this on a softer surface. You could do it on a bed. You could do it on a couple of carpets, or a cushy carpet, or a mat. And let's start to bring in the awareness of upper versus lower into it. So you can keep rolling or not, but playing with upper body versus lower body. So as I'm doing this rolling, I know that at certain times in life, people have really gotten into the foam rollers and the melt method and all that type of stuff. We're working with the same ideas that are behind that. But don't think of it like ironing out your body. Ironing is kind of a brutal way of thinking of it, but thinking of it spreading, hydrating. Yeah. Bringing online a sense of aliveness and connectedness, integrity. Yeah, coherent movement, coherent systems. That means that the systems are working together. So I'm starting to really wake up my core distal relationship. So center to the edge, in to out. In Laban movement analysis, we have these major themes. And one of the major themes is inner and outer. So how can I relate with some sense of balance between the inner and the outer? That could be interpreted in so many ways. Just waking up the octopus body, all the tentacles, as if you have these surfaces of your body as intelligent as the surfaces of the body of a octopus. Inviting in that imagery and inviting in sort of maybe even the octopus archetype, the archetype of the arms and legs having so much intelligence, maybe the capacity to shape, shift, and even change colors. And if it feels interesting at some point, allow yourself to come onto your belly as well, so that the roll can be onto your stomach, if that feels good. Hello, Cassie. We're totally playing with rolling in role play. And you could even find different ways of kind of push pulling around in that stomach way. So I'm going to invite in this idea. We had talked about like the octopus tentacle intelligence. So thinking of the whole surface of your body with that intelligence, every surface of your body, intelligent and aware and alive. So finding your way with that aliveness. So as I connect to my body to different parts of the floor, it sort of brings them online and wakes them up. So tuning into that aliveness. And imagining that your body is not a human body. Like you don't know what this body is or what it can do. So the only way to find out is through moving. Sometimes I think as humans, we learn our movement patterns looking at the movement around us. And unless we're watching babies and animals, it might not be the most intelligent movement patterning. So allow yourself to come into this shape, this form of you with a totally beginner's mind, allowing yourself to see what's possible and what feels good so you can move with curiosity and inquiry just into what's delicious and what's calling to me now. And I have the luck of actually having now 2 people that I can look at on my screen. So sometimes if I want to feel connected, I can look over and go, oh, there's my friend. Little social connection by looking at the screen. And you may do that by looking at me or somebody else in the room. If you have a pet, often when we get into these kind of movement forms, if you have cats or dogs, they tend to be very interested in participating. Although I have to say, Lord Gaylord has seen me do this so much, he's rarely interested in participating. First thing in the morning, and I start rolling, he's in the game. But it's his nap time now. He's busy digesting his breakfast. So no Gaylord for me. I got to pretend all by myself in this room and in the Zoom room with my friends. Again, coming back into this idea in our body that we don't know what it can do, of inner and outer, feeling into the depth of it and feeling to the surface. And in my room, I have a very smooth floor that I can kind of push myself along. I have a smooth surface. So I have a lot of opportunity to slide. Instead of, even my legs today are sliding against the floor. That's how dry it is in here. It's very beautiful weather in the Hudson Valley today. So I'm going to throw in one more idea, and that is that if you were just liquid with an outer surface, can you pour yourself around? Like, how do you pour that liquid anywhere around? Liquid with an outer surface, a container and contents. Can you pour different parts, different surfaces around in different ways? Finding the underlying breath support with that. So for me, I can make my sort of more effortful actions with an exhale or with an inhale, but finding this rhythm between the breath and the movement. Oh, I was going to put music on too. I forgot all about it, but I have something awesome to play, which is ambient fields. It is Goeff Gersh, and this is ein, which means one. This music he made in Iceland. I think it's mostly guitar sounds. It's going to start off kind of quiet, and it doesn't get much louder. So what I want to invite you to do is just allow the participation of the music as if the music is moving you. So you're kind of letting go of the doer part of yourself and just being in the listener part, in the inquiry. And I know that, Terry, you have to leave a little early. It's still 5 minutes before, but whenever you do, feel free to just blink out. It's fine. Feeling into whatever qualities this movement brings up. Did I say this movement, this music? Yeah, whatever. And trusting in it, trusting in the inspiration to explore. Becoming curious.
I don't know about you, Terry, but I don't hear any music.
Really, did I forget to screen share?
Maybe.
I thought I put it on, but maybe it went off. Oh, it's not there. I'm gonna start that over again because I was dancing my butt off. So the imaginary music that you didn't hear, I hope that you had some nice movement for it. Thanks, Cassie. So everything I said before. Yeah, let your cells respond to the sounds in whatever way feels interesting. Inviting your body to sort of express freely anything that wants to come out. Get out of your head if you can and just feel into body and sound. And it may take you up. It may keep you on the floor. Just finding whatever feels desirable and interesting. Again, this is the music of Goeff Gersh. He's an upstate person. And he made this music in Iceland. And I think it's mostly guitar making the sounds. It might only be guitar. One of the local geniuses. Just feeling into the qualities of the sound and into the deliciousness of movement. Giving yourself complete freedom to do whatever feels good. Non-judgmental permission to move. And if it becomes too much, I always feel free to go into stillness or just listening really quietly into your body. Oh, it is only 5 minutes. That's the one thing about needing glasses. For some reason, I thought that was an 8-minute song. So I'm going to finish this, but then I'm going to turn off the record and hang out with you for a second, Cassie. So everybody who came, please like it, subscribe, be my human, join us. Join me now.
Do it, it feels good.
All right, hold on.